Yeah, it's not live. It can be edited.
Yeah.
It's not a live stream.
So, we're going to pretend to start it now, okay?
Pretend to start.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome to this special interview we've got with Christine and Copper Cap.
Christine. This isn't just Christine. This is an internet legend. This
This
is
is.
an internet figure. I mean, come on. This is Christine Weston Chandler, the
This
creator
is.
of SONICHU, the greatest fucking comic book on the that ever came, like in the internet. Like, this is amazing. It's a huge deal.
Well, there we go. We've got the best introduction there.
I'm a huge fucking fan. I'm a huge fan.
So, what are those two things you're holding there, Christine?
SONICHU and SONICHU. They're
Those.
prototype amiibo figures.
Now,
Brilliant.
are you selling these right now?
I did start them. I did make them for a while, but then I got tired, and just a whole bunch of this and that happened with my Etsy shop. So
Yeah.
still, we'll find somebody else who can do these well, and we'll get them back up on the market.
Do you want to really quickly, even before the whole interview starts, do you want to say your email if anybody watching this is an amiibo creator? If you want to, like a business email.
Okay. Business emails can go to sonichumanager@gmail.com.
And we'll put it in the description. We'll put it in the top of the
Yes.
description. Too. If
We'll
anybody
stick it in there.
knows, contact Christine.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, so this interview, what I would really like to get out of this is to show you two share a lot in common. You know, you really do. You've both been trolled heavily on the internet. You daily. This happens now. You just have to go through a Copper Cab video or a Christine's video, and you will see people saying the most hideous things to both of you.
Well, it's not all negative.
It's
so,
not all
like,
negative, and I've noticed a big change.
You just have to you have to not pay attention to the negative shit.
Yeah.
The garbage. It's not, because it doesn't add anything to
Yes.
the world. Negativity doesn't do anything. Like, negativity is what got Donald Trump elected. You know,
Yeah.
if we were more positive and we're more optimistic and had hope, like Obama, we would have her in office. We would
Yeah,
have him.
Yes.
we'd have Hillary in there. So,
do you
should we
think?
address the elephant in the room quickly? The elephant in
What's
the
the
room is you're
elephant?
both wearing masks.
What do you mean? Wait, the elephant?
Happy Halloween! Yeah! Numby!
Talking about the elephant.
The elephant in the room. So,
Muffins! Dippy muffins!
Oh, I like that. My little pony doll.
oh,
Is that Derpy? It's hard to.
Miss Muffins!
muffins.
Oh, muff. Oh, wait, so are we gonna take our masks off right now?
So what I thought this is a good thing to show for quickly is that, do you two ever feel like you have to hide behind a mask because of the trolls? Because you have to put something on to protect yourself.
With me, since I've already been damaged enough, I don't think so.
No, that's
No,
good.
no, my
I'm
mask is
glad.
just slipping off.
So do you want to take yours off, Copper?
God, man.
So now is the other one, and there we go.
Oh, that was hot. That mask was hot.
Yeah, masks don't do well with me either. I perspire easily for some reason.
Me too. Me too. I have a really bad sweat problem, and I also have a bad saliva problem. Like, I
Oh.
mucus. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
We all. Hey, you know what? Nobody's perfect.
No, and it's those imperfections that make us unique and make us special too. It really
Yeah,
is.
we're not flawless.
No, if we were all perfect, we'd all be the same.
It'd
And
be
that would
boring.
be boring. That'd be very boring.
Yeah, there'd never be a SONICHU.
They never would, no.
Because it takes a person like Christine to create SONICHU.
It does.
It's like a person like Miyamoto to come up with like Mario, stuff like that.
So do you want to tell us about SONICHU? Tell us like maybe a history or something. Like, I'm not saying go into everything because I know there's a whole world
Yeah, I was gonna
to
say.
SONICHU. But like how it got started and what it is that you expect to happen in the future for SONICHU.
Okay, well, let's see. SONICHU started off back in March 2000. It came into my head as I was thinking of inspiration for an idea to put on a CD cover for computer graphics class that I was taking in high school. And I didn't like copyright characters, so I obviously combined Sonic and Pikachu and made SONICHU. And then a few years later, I drew the first book.
There we go. And is that the actual first copy? So is this a replica, or is that the first one?
It's the first book in the series. This is a printed copy from my unnamed printing publisher company.
Okay.
I say unnamed because I don't want it to get sabotaged.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
So do you have the original?
Oh yeah, I still have the original
that's
pages in the
great.
binders.
That's good.
Yeah, and all of them survived the house fire 2014. They did not get burned or drenched.
That's good.
I was gonna ask you.
Your mic seems to be covered a little bit, Copper.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna ask you, how much did you lose in the fire, Christine?
Bit here and there. I lost most of my father's record collection, a bunch of his VHS tapes that had a lot of re-recorded music from radio shows and old movies. But yeah, I mean, a bunch of them had melted because they're on on the topmost shelves. Even some of the things that were on the topmost part in the background were copper. You had the background. Obviously, did that in front of a green screen. The Parappa reenaction. Yeah, the Megazords and the Pixel brick creations, they melted up there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did that have a lot of effect on you?
Yeah, just my old room was a mess. The firefighters had to tear a hole in the roof for the smoke to clear out, and then it was difficult to get in there, and they had to tear a hole through another wall just to get into my room and do that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Mess.
Oh, wait, your room, did it actually catch on fire in your room as well?
The fire started, near in the bathroom downstairs. It wasn't so close to that. The fire. I don't know how high the fire got up. Obviously, the heat rose.
Yeah.
So
as it does, yeah, it rises.
A lot of smoke damage as well, I'm guessing.
What do you think started the fire? Because that honestly, when that happened, I remember when that happened. I was legitimately scared for you because I thought that something happened to you or Barbara, or like I was worried. And like when that happened, I read that news.
Okay, we had a coffee maker, a Keurig coffee maker, a coffee brewer. I used the K cups. We left it plugged in. We should have unplugged it. It was plugged in on an extension cord, and do situations that did not allow us to resituate or for something less obtrusive. The extension cord was hanging over the bathroom door, and obviously when you got something on the arch going up and down like a roller coaster, something's going to hit on the apex.
Yeah.
And that's where the fire started.
So that bathroom got torched, huh?
Yeah, ground zero.
So was there anything of yours that was very significant to you that got lost in that fire? Apart from I know you said your dad's records got lost.
Yeah, I had hanging on my bedroom wall a few things, including somebody had maybe put the Bonslets and the Bondsboats was hanging on the wall. The Asperchu medallion. And my father's sail cap, his red hat with a logo on it, had a ship on it. That got torn up there.
And
what was the not the evil, but the opposite of Sonichu? It was black and red.
You mean Black Sonichu or Blake?
Yeah, Blake. Whatever happened to that? Because you never really see it anymore.
Well, we do see him. Guess what? He got reformed and he ended up with Bubbles.
Oh, okay.
You didn't read book 8, where
I haven't read past like book 5. 5 or
dear.
6.
Yeah. Book
You
8.
don't see much of him.
Wow.
That's really pretty. I like the cover.
Yeah, there's 2 versions of this. One that's one that's generally is okay to be published, and then there's one that's an SFW. It's got more pages in it.
NSFW, hey.
Wow. Do you do
I mean,
NSFW of all of them?
Like that.
No, I mean you can tell the difference between the 2 on the side there.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, this one is the NSFW version.
Do you sell these? Like, are you selling these right now? Like right now?
Yeah, I'm among the pledges on my Patreon. I'm distributing to that until such a time when we can have the books sold in the comic book stores or bookstores everywhere.
I've been wanting to buy the rest of them, like, because after 1 through 5, I don't have the other ones. I wanted to buy like 6, or 7. Like, I'll email you privately about it after this.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, maybe we can get a link in here in this video for people who might want to buy your comics and other things that you sell.
Yeah.
Well, right now there's only the my Patreon.
So you have a Patreon too?
Yeah, I'm typing the link to that.
Okay.
And I would have to look it up. There's the Redbubble store.
Okay. So I wanted to go back quickly to the SONICHU stuff. Like, so you created it because of copyright issues. There was Pikachu and Sonic, and they became SONICHU.
Yeah.
And you've also created other characters.
SONICHU. SONICHU. I'm zapping to the extreme. We're having lots of fun here.
Pikachu, Thunderbolt on Sonichu. Thunderbolt, Pikachu.
Thunderbolt, zap, 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 zap. Oh shoot!
No, you hurt my Pikachu. Ah!
Well, you lost.
Sonichu's power level is too strong.
So do you think that how was Sonichu born? Did Pikachu and Sonic maybe have an affair? Where they is that how?
No.
I don't know. Like, how did these two merge?
In the year 2000 or 1998, depend on how you interpret it. The perfect chaos monster attacked Station Square, and there was a Pikachu in the fields nearby.
Wow.
and the Sonic became super, and I'm trying to.
Oh, so this is the creation.
And then the Supersonic and the Pikachu. The Pikachu was standing by, and the Supersonic came flying at him, and bam, and Power Rainbow, and there was the Raichu on the other end.
Wow.
And all the other reds come out to make all the individual ones, and boop, Sonichu and Rosechoo. There's an anime sounding theme song that I'm trying to quote right now, but I don't know all the lyrics, so that's just a basic tune.
Well, there we go. I got my answer there, didn't I?
She sounds like me singing Katy Perry Firework. Like, I'll miss the lyrics halfway through, and I'll just start blah 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 blah. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Blah blah blah. I'd start messing up lyrics. Like, can't remember them.
So, where do you see the future for your SONICHU comics? Like, do you see these? How many? Do you see a whole universe where it's going to go on into the future, and other people are going to take over, or how do you see it's going to happen?
I'd say in the future it'll end up coming back to the present time, and get more history in throughout the books. But as for merchandise, yeah, pretty much what we have in so far, and what we have so far. My brain is in multiple places.
I know what you mean. I have the same problem. I've been stressed out lately.
Where is your brain right now? Where are the multiple places that you are right now?
I'm looking for a couple of links to copy.
Okay.
One thing. aside from that, yeah. I'd say in the future, definitely like to see more merchandise for SONICHU, including all the amiibo figures, possibly officially released by Nintendo or Sega or all that.
Mm-hmm.
But SONICHU's been around since 2004, and as early as 2004, since 2000. And the book came out in 2004. And obviously, more than 10 years went by, so pretty much have a silent agreement between me and Nintendo and Sega. So I'd say it's free
they said
liberty
it's
for me
okay?
to
Have you approached Hajime? Yeah, Satomi? Have you approached Hajime Satomi, the CEO of Sega?
They'll pretty much. I'd say I pretty much don't have to, because nobody's complained during the 10-year span. So
I'm saying like for a game, do you want to do a video game with them?
Either Pokemon or Sonic style, I don't know. Or I was still to be determined among which. And
that's pretty cool.
I forgot what was the original video I was looking for. I started singing the anime song.
Well,
have you ever?
Carry on, Copper.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if you've ever considered making trading cards.
Yes, I've made homemade Pokemon trading cards with SONICHU and characters, and some of my own, custom original Pokemon aside from that.
Do you know what I was thinking about one day? I own a Nintendo Wii U, and on there it's been kind of hacked a lot, that console, and people are able to make their own characters for Super Smash Brothers. And I was imagining maybe somebody out there would one day make a Sonichu for Super Smash Brothers, because it can be put in there. And I've seen many things like that added to Super Nintendo's, not Super Nintendo, sorry, the Nintendo U version. And then I'm guessing when the Switch is hacked, they'll be able to do the same for there.
You're glitching out right now, Cam.
What was that?
You were glitching out.
Oh, was I
going
glitching out for
mode.
you? Oh, sorry. Is it better now?
Yeah.
Is it better? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I was saying was that the Nintendo Wii U can be hacked, and you can add characters to games in there. So I was imagining that you could add.
What is going on?
Oh boy, is it really bad right now? Is it
You're
really
robotic right now, Cameron.
Okay.
You're Daft Punky robotic.
Cameron?
You two talk right now. You two talk.
Yeah.
Christine,
You two talk.
Christine, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can I ask you a question? Like, and again, this can be edited if you don't if you get uncomfortable. Like, honestly though, I would ask you even if we weren't recording. Like, I don't know if you know that I'm actually trans as well. Like, I'm transgender.
Yeah.
I'm also. I know I don't look like it because I haven't grown my hair out like you have, and I haven't shaved and stuff like that. But it's clear that I'm not dressing. I'm not identifying as right now. But I'm wondering how you find the strength, the inner strength, because I have also been trolled. I've been attacked, and I'm able to move past it and to look past it and to continue and to ignore the negativity and cope. And I've also lost people in my family, like my mom, my dad, my grandpa. Like, I've lost a lot of people in my life. And I've had a lot of people hurt me and betray me. And I understand how it can be painful. I'm wondering how you're able to identify as a woman, and even with all the negativity, and I'm not saying you're surrounded by negativity, but you and I both know how it can be on the internet. We can relate on that. So I'm just wondering, just from a trans woman to another trans woman, and I know it seems silly because I don't look like it, but I was having medication problems when I was taking medication. It's well documented on the internet. Because I unfortunately I was too open. But how are you able to do that? Like, how are you so strong is what I'm asking, not sarcastically. Like, how are you so strong?
I just am. When I came out in June or July 2014, after realizing that I was a woman's soul trapped in the male body, I came out as a trans woman, and I was still interested in women very much. So obviously, I had lesbians. So I am a lesbian trans woman. I found confidence in myself because after I came out, I found more love and better appreciation, respect for myself. And also, when I went to my first Pride Festival in Charlottesville that same year, I had a lot of people come out, just be nice to me, and it was really good.
That's good.
And so just I was met with a lot of positivity and loving for myself, just and love for my family, my mom, and everybody in Quickville. I have a psychic connection to my family in Quickville, believe it or not, including especially to Magic Chen and Sonichu and Rose Chu and Savannah. Everybody there, I just had to call out. I just had to think of their name, and our minds will link.
So you speak to them like through psychology, through
psychic. There was psychic link.
Not a good thinker right now. Stressed out because I get stressed out talking about the trans stuff personally.
Yeah, I get stressed out with just my home problems. I don't need to go into right now.
No, I understand.
Just suffice to say, money.
Oh, trust me, you have no clue. I mean, well, you do. Yeah, we have it. We have it too. We have it too. We were actually on welfare, my family, not long ago. So I know how it feels to struggle. Not on it. We're not on anymore. We're not on welfare anymore. But we have been in some pretty dark spots, so I can relate with you.
Yeah, but also I had just finished my SONICHU number 12. It's my love letter to the LGBTQ community. And of course, adding the S to it for straight and cisgender.
Oh, that's good.
You know, them and all supporters for us.
Yeah. They so can I ask you a quick question? Speaking of LGBTQ, did you hear about how they added the color black to the rainbow flag?
Yeah. Black and brown.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm inclined to think that's not necessarily a good thing. It just tends to clash with the already bright and vibrant red to purple rainbow.
Yeah, like black and brown doesn't need to be there, you know?
Yeah, as Rarity says in an episode of My Little Pony, this shade of brown is used for accents.
Yeah, like, it doesn't have to do with race. It has to do with the colors. Like, has nothing. They think that it's racist to not have black and brown. But it's not about a race thing. It's about a sexuality and, like, gender, like, thing. It's not about white and black gays. It's like all races are gay. Like, that's, I don't know.
Well, that was a little bit messed up there, but I'll forgive you for it.
What, me?
And what you just said.
Oh, no, I'm saying, like, what I'm saying is, I think you're misunderstanding me. I'm saying that the rainbow flag, it has nothing to do with race.
Yeah, that's right. It has nothing to do with race. It has to do about our genders and sexual orientations.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't get it.
And the rainbow just transcends between black and whites and everybody else of Smurfalicious color.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I don't think I was attacking black people. I was saying the opposite. I'm always on Twitter defending black people. I'm not racist at all. I come from a very open-minded family. But speaking of family, can I ask you another question?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about like how does Barbara? Because like Meemaw, when I came out as trans, she was very supportive, and I'm really interested, honestly, about the trans thing because I am trans as well. And that's why, and I've been attacked about it. You can go to my coming out video. I had like 70,000 dislikes on my video, and like 100,000 people were commenting, and the majority of them were horrible comments. Like, I mean, like kill yourself, like comments like that, like you're a fat ginger tranny faggot, things like that. I mean, horrible shit. And it pisses me the fuck off when they get away with that. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not gonna lose my cool, but like, I'm curious. You handle it so well, you know. Like, how did Barbara? Does she support you?
Yeah, my mom was a bit put off at first. I think it was kind of like I kind of slid into it because I'd say among which years before I figured myself out and realized that I was female soul I started wearing I started wearing sports bras, and I also definitely swapped to. I definitely changed my underwear, and then I started wearing skirts, and I felt more comfortable in the skirts. And that was when my father was still alive. And then after he passed on, I started wearing skirts and dresses more often. Yeah, so it's just kind of like visually, it was kind of like easing in before I finally did come out in June or July 2014, and my mother was actually quite supportive about that. But my father was like, "Oh, you don't wear skirts. Now go put your pants on."
Yeah, I was gonna ask how do you think he would be? Like, is he supportive of that stuff, or is he not? Or was he not?
Pretty much on his deathbed, his last words to me that he loved me and he accepted me for who I am, no matter what.
That's good.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's really good to know. That must be very. That must help you because if you wouldn't have heard that, you might have wondered. That's really good.
I often think about how like the family that's not in my life anymore, that I can't talk to anymore. I often wonder if they've seen the stuff online of me coming out and what they think, and if they hate me or if they would still love me or not.
Yeah, because you've had a lot of issues with other family members, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't want to cry right now, but like,
yeah.
It gets stressful because like you think about what ifs, but then you can't really torture yourself. Like, you just have to keep going forward.
Yeah, what's that squeaky noise?
Yeah, I can hear it. I think what it is reverb from someone's audio. Do you have the headphones on, Copper? That's probably what it is. Headphones. That's probably what it is. It's probably Copper not using his headphones that I sent him or her.
Oh, dear.
Hey, can I ask you, do you have any photos of you as a child?
Yes. Yes, I do. They're amongst in my.
Look at a young Copper Cab there. Always been someone who's been a bit annoyed. You can see there.
I was happy in this photo. I was such a happy child, Christine. You can tell I was so happy.
Yeah.
I looked pissed off.
I can imagine Copper making videos at that age.
What would I be ranting about? How Pokemon or something? I'd be ranting about something.
Here's me when I was actually happy.
Oh wow! A rare picture of Copper being happy there.
People say I look retarded in this photo, and I don't look retarded. That pisses me off. They say I look like I have special ed problems. I don't like.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think
you agree with Michael. What do you agree with?
I agree that he does not look retarded in that picture. He looked handsome back then.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. If only I could look pretty now, like you.
You can. I've seen you.
I can't fool it all.
You'll get there eventually. Just keep trying and meet your endocrinologist. Take your estradiol, spironolactone.
Yeah.
Probably not the medications now.
That was the medication I took that gave me. I was having health problems. I had to come off Spirocolact. I had to come off of that. That's why I stopped transitioning and I'm growing facial hair again.
Oh.
I had to come off of that, unfortunately. But I appreciate what you say. That was nice.
Have you ever been on any medication, Christine?
Aside from Spyro the Dragon. That's the way I remember that. Spyro.
Yeah. Good girl.
So,
aside from the Spyro,
have you ever thought about?
Yeah, I'm on a few other medications for relieving my anxiety and stress.
What do you take for anxiety? Because I have problems with anxiety and panic attacks. Not often, but.
I used to be on Paxil so many years ago, but they swapped me over to paroxetine.
You've never taken Xanax or anything like that, or Percocet?
No.
Okay. That's good.
Wow. Have you ever thought about transitioning to a point where you take medication?
Well, I'm already taking medication, so.
For transitioning, you're on medication for transitioning.
Yeah, well, yeah, I am. Both of them.
Yeah, she's on Spyro the Dragon. She's on Spyro the Dragon.
Oh, so you are. Wait there.
Yeah.
Wait there. Are you? So you're on the actual medication for transitioning?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure if like you. I see. Okay. So, what are you ever looking at getting surgery?
If it comes, hopefully I'm using binaural beats to try to. It's definitely working in my noggin, and I feel it working down there. So hopefully for a natural transformation.
Well,
But,
yeah.
but that doesn't. If that doesn't end up happening by next September, which then I'll be eligible for the op.
Well, sometimes it takes binaural beats like a couple years for it to fully blossom. Like,
Yeah.
I know-
Usually,
I know-
from what I've heard, it usually takes about up to 6 months.
yeah, I have a friend a trans friend who listened to binaural beats, and it took her about a year to grow a vagina.
I have never heard of this. Could somebody explain this to me?
I'll allow me. So binaural beats, they're different vibrations, one going one ear, one in the other, and then they meet in the middle to combine to make the functional transformation or whatnot throughout your body or in your mind. You could even open up your third eye and develop some psychic powers if you wanted
Wow.
to. That's definitely close to where they meet in the middle.
Yeah.
And so do you think that one day you will be able to you won't have to have the operation, you will actually grow a vagina?
Yeah, I do believe. I have found faith in it. When I first tried the binaural beats, I did with my breasts,
Mhm.
and they went from a B cup to a D cup in like less than a month.
Yeah, they look good. They do. I don't mean that in a pervy way either. They look good. You're welcome. Very pretty.
And with two
My
eyes on
eyes
there.
my eyes are where you make them. I'm wearing a Fluttershy t-shirt.
You-
I noticed that. Fluttershy is my favorite pony, as I said earlier.
when Copper was on medication, Copper was growing quite big breasts.
Yeah.
And
well,
and it was amazing how quickly they started growing.
I was on my way. Not.
Yeah.
I've never gotten anywhere near as far along as Christine did.
Yeah. Maybe you should try these beats sometime.
I got. I mean, I did. I got. I mean, are you comfortable with me showing or anything?
I think I'd rather not. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
same here. Same here.
Fine. No, I understand. That's why I asked. I wouldn't have just flashed you. This isn't Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah. Maybe we can get some pillows and stuff, and we can start a pillow
This ain't
fight.
your Playboys, you know. well, this isn't SONICHU edition number 6. Like, we're not going.
It's not SONICHU number 8 extended version.
Oh wow! There we go.
Yes. This isn't NSFW. This is the CWC. Okay.
So, what is it you think when you do start growing a vagina? Do you think that this will? What happens to your male parts?
Oh, well, actually, I have researched this before, and of course, when we are definitely going to go into pre-birth details. So after sperm A enters egg B, and we become body, and the bodies are developed, we're initially female.
Yes,
But then the Y chromosome, if that's present, then the extrusion starts coming out. Instead of that being left as it was, the clitoris.
So, does it
The
fall
secret
off,
life.
or what happens to the penis?
It shrinks like it goes in, doesn't it?
It goes out. The clitoris goes up, and then the penis goes out.
Wow.
So at this point, to me, it'd be reversing that process where we go in and then eventually come out with the vagina-ish.
So, do you then lose the Y chromosomes? Do they no longer exist in your body?
Oh, I highly doubt that. In women and in the genetics, because you got the chromosomes, but the two X's for women and the X and the Y for men, they're going to meet in the middle. So regardless, women are going to have at least a little bit of the Y chromosome that came from the dad.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not totally gone.
And
because
who
you
is
can
this?
tell some women do tend to get a little bit tough.
And who has this happened to? Like, have you known anyone who has actually grown a vagina
Yeah.
without operations? Sorry, I mean without an operation.
Yeah, without an operation, it can happen.
Not personally, but there is an animation on YouTube.
Okay.
That actually talks about that a bit. But I mean, at this point, I keep praying, and I feel quite positive that it will happen. If it doesn't, then I will accept the operation.
Okay.
But anyway, it's definitely. I could definitely see it quite plausible and possible. Okay. And what kind of brought that up to me was this video here.
Okay, thank you. We'll put that in the. We'll put some links of that in the video when it's uploaded.
I think it's important to stay positive. Positivity is powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. This little animation is cute though. It's about where in the beginning this guy actually literally overnight transforms into a woman, and
so
then
it's like a kind of turn into a butterfly type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she stays that way for like 10 years.
Wow. So
it has a funny ending. If you haven't watched it yet, I won't spoil it.
Okay.
Yeah. No spoiler alert. Spoiler.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow.
We don't need a Han dies moment right now.
And do you think that there's many girls? Because I know that you call yourself you'll say you're a lesbian. Is that right?
Yes.
So you're looking for a female who's going to, obviously accept you for who you are. Do you think there are many? Because I know Michael has been very lucky recently in finding somebody, and you are looking for the same. And do you think there's people out there?
My girlfriend's the one that got me this stuff.
Oh wow, Pikachu.
Because we have a secret word, like we have like a couple of words that we use in, Pikachu is actually one of them. I don't even.
No
want
longer
to say
a secret word anymore.
I don't want the trolls to know that. I don't want
the other one. What's the other one?
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, combine the power. Just kidding. Nothing is more powerful than Sonichu, as far as original characters go, like comic books.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
So, do you think there's many girls that would be willing to accept that? Because I honestly don't know. Like in the LG, because you're looking for a straight girl, obviously.
Straight or bisexual.
Oh yeah, straight or bisexual. That's right.
Or even lesbian. Definitely post transformation or operation. That will be more likely.
Would you be willing to find somebody who's transitioned into a woman? If there was a person who was born male, transitioned into a woman, would you be willing to be with them?
That question, I have tackled that question before. I am not going to say yes or no. I'm not going to say no or yes.
That's fair.
Just depends on how I feel, because love is love regardless of who the other person is.
Would you say you're pansexual in a way then? Like if you would not...
No. I'm definitely...
Because you say love is love no matter who, so it's like...
Yeah, I know. It also takes the individual perceptions to mind, and I'm just typically thrown off with, let's just call it the ugliness of certain male portions.
Yeah.
So if you met somebody who was a beautiful woman, but she was born male and was going through the operation, would you be willing to date them until they've had the operation, or like how would that work?
I'd think about it depending on how I feel about this person. So it's a possibility.
Right, that's good.
I'm just gonna leave it fluid like that.
What if Sonichu suddenly transformed into a trans woman? Suddenly, and I'm just speaking figure. This isn't canon. I'm just throwing an idea. This isn't canon.
Interesting story about that.
It'd be a very quick first night.
Christine, what if Sonichu came through that door right now and said, "Kiss me"?
Would you kiss Sonichu?
I don't know. Okay. But yeah, no. Funny story. That not Sonichu, not the main character Sonichu.
What about what's her name? Rose Chu, is it?
Yeah, Rose Chu. By the way, she was born a female Pichu.
Would you date Rose Chu?
I don't want to steal her from Sonichu.
Oh.
I would try to steal her from Sonichu. She would say, sorry, I don't date gingers.
I
would go,
oh no. Who said that?
Why would you make her like gingers?
You should have a ginger character.
Yeah, Christine, I'm not.
Really
you need to have some more. You need to be more inclusive, Christine. I need gingers in the comics. We need more. We need more Knuckles.
Yes, like a Knuckles character.
Okay, well, if you only read up to book 5, then you don't know that Sonichu and Roshu had children.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 3 of them. 2 Rosies. One of them is Shiny, and the other one is Sonny.
Wow.
Ooh, I like that.
And Christine, Shiny Rose Juice, and right there, Sarah.
Wow.
That's her involved, and you can tell she colored most of her quills. So you could consider the redhead. Look at that shade there.
Yeah, I like that. She's very busty.
Yep, she was busty. She's comparable to Buttercup of the Powerpuff Girls.
There you go.
All right, but then
I'd like to look at her buttercups. No, I'm just kidding.
Dear.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
All right, well, anyway, then Robbie was quite feminine himself, and actually he came out as a lesbian trans woman, and after her evolution, ta-da!
Wow.
I like that.
She transitioned quickly in like 2 months.
It's like Daniel Bryan with Yes, Yes, Yes.
And look, she got a trophy, a PlayStation trophy.
What is it?
Womanhood.
I like that.
I love it. That's great.
That's fantastic.
That is great.
By the way, random enough, I like the hair color. By the way, Christine, I noticed that. It's blue green. I like that. Yeah,
it's blue green. I used a Ion Color Brilliance hair color that. Originally, I wanted it blue like Sailor Mercury, but ended up blue green like Sailor Neptune. I was like, "That's good enough for me."
Yeah.
And then I found an easier option. It comes in more than 42 shades, called Overtone. It's a conditioner you put in nightly, and it colors your hair nightly. So
okay,
it works. It's been working out for me. I've been on that for more than a couple of months now.
Really?
Very nice.
Has Sonichu ever dyed his hair? I mean, it could happen maybe for like a comic, for like a part.
Actually, that does bring up another artistic page. That's also between comics and book number 12. I'll set you up later, Copper. We'll talk about that later.
Well, I was going to ask you. You also put a lot of the people who have been very negative in your life in the Sonichu. Oh wow!
I like that.
Blue hair.
Blue hair, yeah.
It was for a Vinyl Scratch costume.
Very
for
nice.
2015 Halloween, the family dressed up as the human MLP Question Girl characters.
I'll tell you what, your drawing is like you were saying to me, your drawing has continued to improve as well.
Yes.
Your style, like it's changed a little bit. It stayed the same for the most part, but like you've gotten more polished.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You as I was saying a minute ago, you a lot of people who have been negative in your life, you've put in your comic books.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to talk about any of those? Like, about the characters in the comic books?
Okay, well, I guess if anybody, we can talk about Slawil Ryan, which obviously it's a reverse spelling anagram of, her real name, so I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
I don't want to dox her nowadays.
Okay.
Old as she is, but anyway, so yeah, I had difficulty with the real person at PVCC, Piedmont Virginia Community College, and And obviously I was upset, so in the early books I ended up adapting her as a villain, but soon enough after I ended up adapting a different villain who was more spiritual and was in that orb in scepter she always carried, Count Graduan. And and obviously he's going to be coming back soon to Earth, and having his castle's currently being built in the events of 2009, and everything put together. After the orb was shattered in Book 10, and his spirit left it, went to the moon, started possessing the metal Sonichu body that's been up there.
Wow.
That sounds like something out of like Scientology. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about you just brought Scientology was not in my frame of mind when I thought of that.
I don't think it's in many people's
although I have heard of it and I've seen that episode of South Park. I'm in the closet.
Tom Cruise out of the closet, Tom.
It's
okay, though.
Do you know about Copper and South Park, that they actually copied a video of Copper Cabs in an episode of South Park?
Yes, I've heard.
Yeah, they copied the video you did a reenactment
Can't even
of.
make fun of gingers to this fucking day.
Yeah,
before that they weren't even like talking, but ever since I made that fucking video, even though I don't regret making it, because I was speaking from the heart, you make a video, you speak from the heart, you shouldn't regret it, but like they continue to
yeah, and I always thought
and I still get trolls sending me shit to this day. I'm trying to not cuss as much. I still get people sending me shit to this day about the ginger. I even had people sending me stuff in the mail. Like, I'm looking at this thing right here that they sent me. They sent me a little ginger troll doll because they troll me constantly. And I just want to...
That is definitely a literal interpretation of that.
It is, isn't it? It really is. They're quite mean. They are quite mean.
They don't stop. They just want to keep prodding you like an elephant tusk.
Oh, there's a lot of squeaking coming off your mic right now.
Me.
So,
yeah,
because I always thought that. How old were you when you made that video, Copper?
17. I was 17.
Don't you think that's crazy that a TV show on a network will actually make a video about and only a minor, and kind of cause somebody who was already made a video about being bullied, make a video on them, and then that would cause them more bullying of this minor? I always thought that was crazy that a TV show would do that.
And they got away with it too.
And they got away with it
for that meddling dog. and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that ginger. So many people told me to sue them, but I couldn't, because I don't believe in trying to sue an artist or someone who makes something like for example, Christine. She makes art and she makes comics and it makes people happy. I mean, if she does something in a comic book that I don't agree with, I shouldn't attack Christine because she doesn't do if she did put a ginger in a comic, I wouldn't freak out. But the difference is South Park directly attacked me, directly attacked me.
They copied your video to the word and scene.
Background and everything. My house is in South Park. Technically, my house is canon in South Park. Technically, my house exists in the world of South Park.
Wow!
Oh my gosh!
But which is one reason I asked you about the My Little Pony thing, because I was going to say that is kind of cool because you love My Little Pony and you watch My Little Pony. I used to watch South Park before they did that. I still watch some of it. Since they've been attacking Trump, I've been more on board with South Park. They've been making fun of Trump a lot with
I know they had Mr. Garrison run instead of Trump.
Yeah.
I heard that recently.
He goes,
and Caitlyn Jenner was his vice president, I think.
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner.
I haven't watched South Park for so long.
Either. But I heard this on a recent top 10 video on Watch Mojo. Top 10, another top 10 inappropriate type jokes that South Park did.
Yeah.
Oh, times when they crossed the line.
They made fun of when Caitlyn Jenner ran over somebody. Was that one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about Caitlyn Jenner?
I like it. I like Caitlyn Jenner. I don't think that she's an idiot. I think that South Park really did an injustice to her.
Yeah. They made her look horrible. She is not ugly.
I know.
Ugly at all. She's actually pretty fat, flat. Like, I don't want to, say anything mean. I mean, not, or like, that could be misinterpreted. I think she's beautiful,
I think she's beautiful too.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, yeah, I don't understand why they had to make her look so, like, deformed. Like, that's horrible. And, like, but, yeah, I wanted to ask you, because, your political views have seemed to, like, on that topic, and if you don't feel comfortable again, we can edit it. Your politics has changed, and mine have too in a way, but I know that you weren't always, you have said stuff in the past that was a little bit on the, I'm being careful about how I say it, because I don't want to paint you in a negative light, because you don't deserve that. You have said some things that were against homosexuals in the past, or the LGBT community. I know about.
Yes, that was definitely
changed.
Okay, well, I mean, it's cool. Let me just go into this.
Sure.
Yeah, back then, many years ago, when the trolls, the bad ones, they kept mislabeling me as gay man. Although, I guess upon retrospect now, that was sort of true, except I'm a lesbian. But aside from that, anyway, it was at that time I had not thought that further about myself. I was still identifying as straight, and it just really ticked me off. And when they spammed all these gay porn ads on the website I used to have, I had to pull the plug on my own web pages to save my art. But anyway, that was. But anyway, at that time I had mistaken that the trolls consisted of gay men, and I was very wrong about that. I realized that. I learned that. So, and I definitely started making amends after I realized that I was a trans woman and a lesbian, so technically true gay, just for women. And so that was definitely my big reason behind doing the first Pride Festival in book number 12.
I love that.
It's my love letter
to
the LGBTQ.
I would love if you would do maybe a poster of some of the covers. And I'll tell you, I would buy a big poster and hang that on my wall, something like that.
Well, maybe we'll put down the red bubble soon.
Yeah, I really would, because I have a lot of movie posters in my house, and I like to collect things like that. And I tell you what I would love. I'd love a poster, and if I could get you to sign it in some way and I could pay for the shipping over here, that would be amazing. Okay. That would be amazing.
All right, we'll work that out. Anyway, speaking of improving on art, here's, book 0.
Yeah.
It's Love and Glory. And here's what I redid for book number 15.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I see.
I like that.
You can definitely see the difference in the quality.
Yes.
Yeah, and look at the head. Her head. That's so,
very
great.
Good. That's very good.
I like how you have SONICHU up there. I like that. It's like female empowerment.
I love that.
Yeah, because we're expanding. I'm essentially in book 15. That's after book 14, where we have talking about Graduate in that book.
Yeah.
But anyway, in book 15, I'm essentially retelling the classic first 3 episodes from book 0, but with more details, like the thoughts of SONICHU and the thoughts of SONICHU and the days that gone by and the thought processes and their feelings and everything, and other events that were not covered originally.
Earlier you said you do the kind of more mature versions of some of your comics. Do you have a lot of sexual things in your comics?
Not. We have a few. But not very many.
What sort of things happen? Like, do many kind of adult themes come into your books?
Not very often, but definitely in the extended version of book number 8. Okay. And although a little bit in the original book number 8, when they're in the trolling tower, so to speak, It's not 4chan, it's 4-cent garbage.
Oh, wow. Wow. Very nice.
Channel 4.
What?
Yeah.
Or Brittany.
Brittany Venti. There's a lovely girl called Brittany Venti, and she
Channel 4.
She calls them Channel 4. She gets trolled a lot too.
Yeah. Oh. She's another person that has a problem with trolls.
Yeah, she's one of my. I'm a big fan, and she has a problem with trolls too.
I want to ask. So like, have you tried any dating sites? Because like, I was thinking about that. I was looking at a picture of my girlfriend in the top on my Skype. I was thinking like, why haven't you? Like,
I have. I've been on eHarmony. I've been on OkCupid. I've done it through MySpace when that was a thing.
Yeah.
And that was a thing so many years ago.
Oh, I know. I remember MySpace was awesome.
This date side, that date side, yada 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 yada, and amongst which I have met those who would become my theoretical exes, but they turned out to be the trolls, among which pretending to be women or pretending to be sincere, but they were not sincere. They were trolling me for a prank. They trolled me to blackmail and deception, and it was just a whole big bunch of horrible messes.
Christine,
I know one of them got the original medallion.
Yeah.
Horrible. I don't know. Do you have PTSD from any of that?